Psst! You! No, look! Over here! Look! Me! Look! Yeah! Have you ever wanted to make music but you possess no musical talent?
Well, no. I'm studying...
Good, but have you ever wanted to make an album but you lacked any musical ability?
Well, I've got a funny story about that in my college...
Finally, do you have any kind of Apple device that you can use Garageband on?
Are you actually going to let me finish?
If you want to suggest any of the following questions, then I might be able to help you. My name is DJ Lil JJ, and I'm going to teach you how to use Garageband like a pro.
Hello, my friends! You've come to the right place. Pull up a seat, make yourselves comfortable, and we'll begin. The first time you open up GarageBand, or when you open up a new project in GarageBand, you are taken to this place here, which is called the Sound Browser menu. Here you can choose a touch instrument to play, or add new sounds to that, or record an external instrument through your device's built-in microphones, or via an external audio interface. Swipe left or right to view the different instruments available, and tap the one you want to play. The options in the lower part of the instrument card take you directly to the chord strips, notes view, or scales, or you can tap more sounds to see more sounds available for that instrument. Each touch instrument has a play area and a control area. The play area is where you can play chords, melodies, and sounds by touching the touch instrument's key, strings, or other playable elements. Here's a closer look at GarageBand's guitar touch instrument. Using the touch guitar, you can play notes, chords, and strumming patterns. You can choose from an acoustic guitar to an electric guitar. You can tap the guitar icon in the top left corner and select the sound or instrument you want to play. Tap the chords/notes button in the top right corner to switch to the chords view. You can strum a chord by swiping across the strings in one of the strips. You can also press the little triangle pyramid kind of thing at the top of each chord, and it will also play the full chord. There is also an autoplay function that you can use by turning the autoplay knob to one of 4 positions. Tapping one of the chord strips after this will play a pattern with the notes of that chord. Tap a different strip to change the notes that are played. By doing this, you can have a little bit of flavour to your chord progressions that you use when you record. Talking about recording, now you know how to play these touch instruments, you're probably wondering how to record them. Here's how. When you record a touch instrument, it appears in a region in the instrument track in the tracks view. In order to record, you need to click that little red circle. Now this is kind of the de facto industry standard kind of symbol for recording. You've probably seen it in other applications, maybe in videos and stuff like that. It's used in every other kind of digital audio workstation, not just GarageBand. Do note that when you record, it will record in the current position of where the playhead is at. That's the little kind of, oh man, I can't remember the angles, but the kind of weird kind of triangle thing. And if that's kind of somewhere else and not at the start of the track, it could make things a little bit difficult for you. So make sure you pull that to the start of the track, and you'll record at 0, at bar 1, effectively. Now the ruler shows the area being recorded in red. Now you should note that also any notes you play, as well as any kind of changes to sliders or knobs or any other controls, will be recorded too. This is called automation, and this is kind of a industry standard kind of term for kind of minimal human interaction to mixing and recording and stuff, just to make things easier. But this can get really messy if you don't know how automation works, so I'd advise just, you know, don't play with the knobs and stuff when you're recording. Just record the audio and leave it there, and then play with the stuff afterwards. So do note, if you do kind of change things while you're recording, that will be kind of hard baked into your recording. When you finish recording, tap the play button in the control bar and your recording will appear in the tracks view as a region. Now, this is where the fun begins. Garageband also includes Apple loops, which are pre-recorded, free-to-use audio files that you can easily use to add drum beats, bass lines, rhythm parts, and other goodies to your project. Loops contain musical patterns that can be seamlessly repeated or looped over and over for pretty much forever. To access the loops, click the loop button when you're in the tracks view. You can only seem to do it in the tracks view so far, so do note that that is the only way you can get it. You'll be able to identify it by its kind of roller coaster loop icon. Here you can search for loops by instrument, by genre, and by description. The loops will also say how long they last for on the right hand side, which is either 2 bars or 4 bars. Also keep in mind, all the loops that I found in GarageBand were all in a 4/4 timing. I couldn't find one that was in 3/4 or 6/8 or something. So if you're kind of going for a Gallic song, you're probably looking for something more kind of 6/8 or something like that, or even 3/4. I couldn't really find any. It could be that I just wasn't looking hard enough. But if you guys find any, let me know and that'll be great. All the loops you can find in GarageBand are on a kind of free-to-use, royalty-free basis, meaning you can release your song to the public and not get sued when it becomes a massive #1 hit. There you go, my friends. That's it for this kind of mini GarageBand tutorial. I kind of wanted to give you the main kind of chunk of things, but keep it short as well, so you can get on and you can have some fun playing around with songs and stuff like that and see what you come up with. Now, I want to hear what you guys come up with, so get creative, get stuck in, and remember, the sky's the limit. So go on, have some fun, and just let your mind run free. Thanks for listening, guys. Have fun.
Zet de goe, zet de vooi, met de lerte hullen tonnen, zet de vooi, vooi. Met de lerte hullen tonnen, zet de goe, zet de vooi, met de lerte hullen tonnen, zet de vooi, vooi. Get de dingen se gost, get de witte kola, get de dingen se gost, get je niet te koos. Get de dingen se gost, get de witte kola, get de dingen se gost, get je niet te koos. Met de lerte hullen tonnen, zet de goe, zet de vooi, met de lerte hullen tonnen, zet de vooi, vooi. Met de lerte hullen tonnen, zet de goe, zet de vooi, met de lerte hullen tonnen, zet de vooi, vooi. Posso mi scendere per la grande piri. Posso mi scendere per la grande piri. Metta letta puntone, setta voi, setta voi, metta letta puntone, setta voi, poi. Metta letta puntone, setta voi, metta letta